Hi guys! So as you might know, these days I'm working on my portfolio because I would like to be accepted in Design University in South Korea. So I thought it was a great opportunity to start uploading videos about design, process and challenge. In order to build my portfolio, I wanted to start with the rebranding of my own design studio. That is why today I will talk about the 8 steps to create a strong visual identity. And you will see, visual identity is not only about a logo. Business ID and strategy. So knowing your niche helps to create a design that attracts your audience based on their own taste. So here we will concentrate on finding information about your competitors and your target audience. What is the trend these days? What does your audience like? What are their habits? And so on. Storytellings and values. Knowing more about the background of your brand help understand the design needs. The brand personality is defined by its story and its values. For example, the design would not be the same if the brand was based on natural product or if it was a red meat related brand. Keywords and mood board. Listing some keywords is a starting point to create the perfect mood board. By doing a brainstorming, you collect unexpectedly suitable words that help find an original concept. Then, based on these words, it's time to gather pictures about typography style you like, product designs, and other photographs that represent your brand's value. Color palette. The color palette is then selected within the mood board by finding the dominant colors, the one that stand out the most. It is also necessary to take into consideration the meaning of the colors. Each color has its own personality and represents its own emotions. Fonts choice and pairing. Actually, you can choose the fonts before the color or the colors before the fonts. It really depends on each preference. An efficient branding requires 2 to 3 fonts. Those different fonts need to match perfectly and they will be used for the title, the headlines, or the body text. They are also chosen based on their own personality because each font has its own personality as well. Serif is traditional, sans serif is modern. Script imitate the handwriting and display is the most diverse and should be used partially. Logo design and variations. So as you can see, it's only now we start to introduce the logo design. The steps before are all super important to create a meaningful logo and an harmonious visual identity. So when you create a logo, you start by experimenting different concepts and sketches. Then the selected one is declined through different variations in order to match all the materials. To make it quick, there is the logo mark, which is the logo with the symbol. It can also use typography. The logo type, which is the logo that uses only typography, and the sum mark, which is a simplified version of the logo. Pattern and graphic element. So now it is the fun step. Actually, everything is fun, but this is the funniest. This is the step where you add more personality to your brand. Pattern and graphic elements, such as icon, add texture to the design, and it also makes your visual branding appear consistent. This step too should not be neglected because strong graphic element is easy to keep in mind. Layout and showcase. And finally, it is the last step. It is time to showcase your product on mockups to give life to your design. And now everything should be tasteful and harmonious. So that's it for the video. If you are curious about my design process, I hope you were satisfied with this information. And now it's my time to be curious. If you were to create a new brand, what type of brand would it be? And what kind of design would you like to create? Tell me in the comments below. See you in the next video. Bye!